for you guys, from titles on the line, blood feuds, a steel cage match. It is all happening here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All Out 0 Hour. I am your host, Renee Paquette. Joining me, as always,
let's get it going.
City.
Hello, everybody. Last year, All Out was my favorite pay-per-view of the year. There's something about the big, grand celebration of Wembley, All In, and then coming back to Chicago, where AEW was born, where the first champion was crowned. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be violent. It's going to be nuts.
Now, speaking of nuts,
oh, nice segue.
Nuts in the house, everybody.
That's how you do
We've
it,
got
kids.
the legendary Last Outlaw, Double J Jeff Jarrett.
This is where it all got started. 2018 at Genesis. I was actually here and walked that aisle. You talk about gritty. That's what's going to happen. Hanger and Swerve hooking it up. I cannot wait.
I also cannot wait. Listen, all the action is going to be starting here on 0 Hour. Plenty to come on pay-per-view, but how are we able to watch?
Well, Renee, if you're in the United States, you can watch All Out on Bleacher Report, YouTube, DAZN, PPV.com, Triller TV, in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers, and all Dave and Buster's.
And if you are international, you guys can watch on YouTube, PPV.com, and Triller. Don't want to miss any of it. As I said, it is all starting here on 0 Hour to whet your appetite with a little bit of action.
Oh, you're dropping the
This is
papers.
what we've got. The Acclaimed taking on the Iron Savages.
And then we've got the team of Dustin, Rhodes, Sammy, Guevara, and Hologram taking on the premier athletes with the lawyer, Smart Mark Sterling.
More action here on 0 Hour. The Dark Order going to be taking on the Bang Bang Gang. Can't wait for that one.
And then in a triangle trios match, we have Top Flight and Action Andretti taking on the Undisputed Kingdom and the unusual team of Shane Taylor Promotions and the Beast Mortos.
Now, live on pay-per-view, these two men are hell-bent on absolutely destroying each other. Months of pent-up animosity. Ken Garcia seek revenge on MJF.
And then the newly crowned international champion, Will Ospreay, is in for a bastard of a bout when he takes on Pac.
After winning a four-way matchup, former champion Hikaru Shida is in line for gold again tonight as she takes on the TBS champion, Mercedes Moné.
These two might as well be Bronson Pinchot and Marklyn Baker because they are taking it to the streets of Chicago. Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander, Chicago Street Fight.
And our new trios champions, part of them anyway, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, look to add the tag titles into their resume as they take on the Young Bucks.
And then Okada, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Takeshita walk into this ring. One of them will walk out the Continental Champion.
Oh, baby, this match from death matches to break and entry arson. Now it all comes to a head in a lights-out steel cage match. Hangman Adam Page taking on Swerve Strickland.
And then, can Jack Perry go from scapegoat to Dragon Slayer as he challenges the AEW World Champion in his first defense, Bryan Danielson?
Woo! Is there a match that you're most excited for, Double J?
You know, Ray, they just looking and listening to you guys. AEW, there is one thing synonymous with AEW. We deliver on pay-per-view.
You're
It
damn
is
right.
a can't-miss card. The cage, the world title, but the Bucks, they've held the tag title for a total of 469 days, beat 38 different teams.
Dang.
Is tonight Claudio going to answer that riddle? I don't know.
I mean, we can talk about, you know, the chemistry between all of these teams. Of course, the Young Bucks, these guys are brothers. But you look at Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, they just became the new trios champions at All In. What do you expect from them tonight?
Well, you know what? This doesn't sit right with me. They're the trios champions, but you have Pac challenging for the international championship. You got these two challenging for the tag team championship.
There's a lot of doubling down tonight. It's a bit of a theme.
Honestly, they're gold hoarding.
Yes.
You wouldn't have
That's
a
what
poker
they're doing.
reference. Listen at the Chicago faithful getting wound up over there.
We always know Chicago is one of the loudest, potentially most aggressive crowds that we have here in professional wrestling. So we're going to bring the fight to them. I mean, you talk these tag titles, you talk the Young Bucks. They're on their limited date, so thankfully they're here tonight. What do you think that they have to do tonight to be able to walk away with that win?
You know, when I think about this event, the very first one, there's a plaque up in the commissary up there, and they've got the pictures of the Young Bucks. They're the foundation. I just don't see them losing tonight because all they do when the money's on the line, when the tag titles are on the line, a four-way, a three-way, they might slip on the banana peel. In a tag title defense, they will retain.
Is there anything that could give Claudio and Wheeler a bit of a lead tonight?
Yeah, they're tremendous. They're very unique. They're incredible technicians, but Yuta, as we've seen, can be so rough.
Yep.
Can be very violent, can go to that second gear, but Claudio is the wrestling specimen. As
Sure
far as I'm
is.
concerned,
That guy's a
there's
freak.
nothing he can't do, and he is very familiar with the Young Bucks offense.
Chemistry. The Bucks got the chemistry.
Let's talk this four-way matchup for the Continental Championship. I am so excited for this one. Kazuchika Okada puts it all on the line as he takes on Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Takeshita. Let me tell you, I am so excited to have Takeshita back here in AEW. He made such a big name for himself in the G1. To see what he's going to do here now, I think putting gold around that man's waist would really shake things up around here.
You know, less than 24 hours ago, this match didn't even really, it all came together last night on Collision and Rampage. Tonight, Okada, I think he has to make a statement. He's a 7-time IWGP champion. He's held this championship for 171 days. The three guys, they just got in last night. Okada will retain. What are you shaking your head at? Don't shake your head at me,
Let's
RJ.
hear it,
Flipping my
RJ.
hair. I don't even think Okada needs to make a statement. He makes it every day. He has a tremendous legacy, and he's the Continental Champion. I've never seen the man sweat. He can pick his spots, and in a four-way match, that's exactly what he's going to do.
But guys, if we are talking, guys that can hang on to a big championship, we've got Orange Cassidy in the match. You saw what he did with the international title, and he's got Mark Briscoe in there. You can imagine that those two might be able to work together tonight in cohesion at some point.
Look, Briscoe had a rough night. Orange always has a rough night. He'll come to the ring taped up. Takeshita, he is the wild card in the match for sure.
Absolutely. I think you got Orange Cassidy worried about Chris Jericho.
Yep.
Mark Briscoe's the Ring of Honor champion. Stay focused on the goal, my friend.
All right. Well, guys, we have been here in Chicago all week, taking over the place, and we had some of our amazing stars head down to Barstool Sports, taking over the new Barstool headquarters. Look at that nice, shiny hardwood floor. Mariah May, our AEW World Women's Champion. I know she gave these guys a bit of a run for their money. They deserved it.
It looks like a couple fellas folded around Mariah May, but Orange Cassidy did fit right in.
They made an orange chicken.
Yeah.
It was a little on the nose.
Yeah, as you can see, they had trouble handling her, as most people do.
Yep.
I think she made a few folks a little bit uncomfortable, would you say?
As she should. Well, listen, we went from Chicago to having AEW all around the world. We had our own Toni Storm down under in Australia.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking whatever happened to Toni Storm. I think she went to her old hometown. She saw a lot of people. Is doing a lot of press. She went to, this is of course where Grand Slam Australia will be held. She went to the place she was first trained, her old wrestling school. She's learned a lot about herself, and I don't know where she sits going forward, other than this Australia show going to be something else.
Yep, I cannot wait because February 15th, AEW officially comes to Australia. Grand Slam. Cannot wait to be. Have you been to Australia before?
No, and I'm frightened about it.
Okay, well,
A tradition of unforgettable moments arrives on an all-new stage this February.
The biggest night of the year, AEW Grand Slam.
AEW Grand Slam comes to Brisbane, Australia. The next leg of AEW's Grand Slam goes down under.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
I'm the best in AEW.
Top guys, out.
All Elite Wrestling presents Grand Slam Australia from Suncorp Stadium, Brisbane. Tickets on sale Friday, 13 September at Ticket Tech.
Guys, we go from Grand Slam in Australia to Grand Slam in New York City. Wednesday, September 25th, we will be taking over Arthur Ashe Stadium yet again. Closing out the year on pay-per-view.
After tonight, our next pay-per-view is Wrestle Dream. It's on October 12th, and it comes to us from the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington.
And Full Gear returns to New Jersey Saturday, September 23rd.
And then the world will end on Saturday, December 28th, live from Orlando, Florida.
And tickets are available now at AEWTix.com. Go ahead, get your tickets. You guys don't want to miss out on any of that action. I mean, like we said, Jeff Jarrett, I mean, there's nothing like being at one of these shows in person.
AEW is on a roll. I can't wait. I mean, we've got a July event already announced, a stadium show. Australia down under, but I'm more concerned about tonight.
Let's talk about tonight, and let's talk about the ladies. To help us break that down, please welcome on Madison Rayne, the legendary Madison Rayne. You look beautiful.
You look stunning yourself, Renee.
Let's talk a little ladies wrestling, shall
you
we?
look great.
All right, let's talk.
Nice, RJ.
Let's talk Mercedes Moné taking on Hikaru Shida. Shida, of course, is so decorated as a women's champion. What does she have to do tonight against Mercedes to be able to walk away with that gold?
Shida needs to do Shida. I mean, she's a 3-time women's world champion. If she can somehow pull it out tonight against Mercedes Moné, she'll be the first woman to hold not only the women's world championship, but also the TBS championship. With that said, though, Mercedes has made herself quite at home here, so she's got a real feat ahead of her, Shida does.
Not only has Mercedes made herself at home here, but she really has been that fighting champion with the TBS championship, with the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. She's been in Mexico. She was just in DC defending her championship. How impressed have you been with what Mercedes has brought to the table for us?
Hey, Mercedes is doing exactly what she said she was going to do. The first day she stepped foot in AEW, she said that she was going to make sure that this brand continues to grow worldwide, and she's done exactly that. Not just for the women's division, but for all of AEW.
But she's done it with a little help. Much recently, she said Camille by her side certainly played a big factor the last time that Mercedes wrestled Shida. Now, Camille is not at ringside. How do you think Mercedes will react?
You know, if it were anybody else, I would say this could be a factor, but we're talking about Mercedes. She's one of the most decorated, most talented women that I've ever seen in that ring. So it's going to be a battle between these two for sure.
Well, guys, let's pivot over to the other women's match that we have tonight in a Chicago street fight. We've got Willow Nightingale taking on Chris Statlander. This match, of course, is so personal. Two former best friends that are probably going to end one another tonight. How do you see this playing out for these women finally getting this moment?
This one's emotional. Like, it hurts the heart. We've seen this friendship between Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. They've done street fights as partners together. So I will say this, though. Willow needs to dig deep. She needs to set the kindness, set the smiles aside, and she needs to come out here and really do work if she's going to beat Chris Statlander.
Double J, what's your take on the Chicago street fight tonight for these girls? What do they got to do?
The energy, the electricity in the arena tonight will take things to another level. Mercedes is going to bring her A game, and Willow. I like to refer to her as champ. I see her at catering. I see her at different places. I say, hey, champ. Willow will. She's going to be ready for the street fight. This is her backyard, or close enough.
Speaking of people wanting to step up and, own that spot tonight, let's talk Daniel Garcia. Tonight, he can potentially get his retribution on MJF after months of animosity. Can Garcia make right of the wrongs that MJF did to him?
Danny, you remind me a whole lot of me. So here's my pitch, Dan. Wembley Stadium, all in!
Daniel Garcia is not bright.
This is your boy! This is your... You really thought MJF was gonna give you a match at All In?
I was the most adored man in this sport, and they turned on me. I don't want that for Danny.
MJF, the American champion, attempting to fend off the challenge by Will Ospreay. Who is that? Daniel Garcia! You thought it was gonna be that easy? Daniel Garcia! I am going to end your life! Ruining your life is all I think about. I won't feel fulfilled until I break your neck. MJF versus Daniel Garcia at All Out!
Danny, I'm trying to stop you from being hurt way more than the way I'm gonna hurt you this Sunday. This match does not end until somebody's neck has been snapped.
You have woken up something in me that has been dormant for far too long.
These people, they don't care about you, and they never will. And for that, you can thank me later.
I feel like like I shouldn't be as excited for this match as I am.
What are you talking about?
Because it's going to be gruesome and somebody's going to get very, very hurt. So I should not feel as passionately about this matchup. As you guys can see here, too, we've still got all of our fans making their way into the Now Arena as we are here setting the stage for All Out. But as we just saw, Daniel Garcia looking for retribution against MJF. You look at 2 months on the shelf. I mean, it was 66 days ago right here in Chicago on Dynamite that Garcia got taken out at the hands of MJF. What does that do to a young guy who's finally getting that big momentum and you have that taken away from you?
That, as I looked at this match and tried to analyze it and look at the statistics, MJF, he held the title for like 406 days. Out of the 9 AEW World Champions, MJF has beat 8 of them. But in this match tonight, when you get emotionally involved, throw the stats out the window. Garcia is coming. My old man used to say, personal issues draw money, but they also draw blood. That will end up tonight being a bloodbath.
I will say this, Daniel Garcia often suffers from the curse of his own potential. People see so much in him from the beginning, and they helped him, but he's got to start helping himself. It's time for Daniel Garcia to grow up or shut up, and I think he can do it.
I think that's what we're going to have tonight. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that this is Garcia's time to show up, be in that spotlight, and own his rightful position in this company. But looking at MJF, we're starting to see this man crumble. We saw the jealousy with Ospreay. I'm assuming jealousy still with Daniel Garcia when he saw all this attention. How much can jealousy start to play a factor in somebody's stardom?
That's the problem with, to me, a young guy with all the talent in the world like MJF, but when he puts his ego out in front, his emotions get out front, you end up in the L column. And that's exactly what could happen tonight. It's a head game, it's a chess game, mental thoughts, but at the end of the day, the emotional charge that Garcia has, he's coming for revenge. When I saw him in Wembley show up, I knew right then Chicago's going to get real interesting.
Really quickly, guys, we've got Will Ospreay in action with his international title on the line against Pac, 2 absolute athletic freaks. What is the outcome going to be tonight?
Oh, boy, I would say, Pac got to win the Trios title at Wembley, but Ospreay had a bigger moment in Wembley. I think jealousy plays a factor there. Pac is a very, very bitter man, and I think he likes to do his therapy in the ring.
I feel like anytime you're around Will Ospreay, his face gets shown on the Tron out here. The crowd goes absolutely bonkers for this guy. It's hard not to love him, and then he holds up his end of the bargain inside the ring every single time.
I love to call him the Billy Goat. He is absolutely unbelievably talented, but he said some words last night. He did a promo and talked about coming up. He always walked in Pac's shoulders. He would get to an independent promotion. They'd say, hey, you're good, kid, but not as good as Pac. He got to Japan. Hey, you're good, kid, not as good as Pac. Billy Goat, in my mind, has something to prove tonight, and a kid with that much athletic ability, watch out, folks. We are going to see a show stealer.
What do you think is going to be who's going to walk away the international champ tonight?
All I'll say is this. Pac was the #1 contender for this title, and Ospreay seemed to just stroll himself in. He did like a cut and chat in the line. That doesn't sit right with me. Ethically speaking, I think I'm going to pick Pac.
Oh,
Okay.
haters hate. Listen at you.
RJ is a total hater. Who are you going with?
Oh, without Billy Goat, my man, Willie Ospreay.
Billy Goat's your guy. Guys, we are rolling on here for All Out as we are setting the stage. But tonight, this man, we got to take you guys back to Wednesday. The actions of Hangman Adam Page.
Live in front of the world, you get to say goodbye to Swerve's house.
Have you ever witnessed something to this level of what Hangman Adam Page did to Swerve Strickland this past week?
Incredible intensity. The way we went off there on Wednesday night, it just completely, I believe, caught the wrestling audience by complete surprise. You talk about going viral.
What's this? A little bit earlier today. Hangman Adam Page.
I gotta say, why isn't Hangman in jail, quite frankly?
Honestly,
that's arson.
the
In front of
arson-
everybody's face. Lock the guy up. Don't put him on pay-per-view.
Jeff,
this is
you're
ridiculous.
so right, though. This really... Oh, we've got Prince Nana. My bad. Prince Nana's here.
Nana with the coffee.
Yeah, of course.
But Nana has always got Swerve inside.
Talking Swerve Strickland on the side of things, I mean, this man just recently at All In lost his AEW World Championship. he wins, or he's able to go back and purchase his childhood home, has it burned to the ground. What state of mind is he going to be in tonight?
He's had an emotional month, to say the least. And as Hanger walks in the building, I know the guy very, very well in the ring now.
Yep.
The eye line that he puts on somebody tonight, the cage match, that's why they call it the main event.
Whew, all right, guys, joining us to help break down this match for tonight, the lights out steel cage match. We've got Nigel McGuinness here with us.
Thank you very much, Renee. Lovely to be standing here alongside you. Look fantastic.
You do.
You too, no excuse.
Not as good as you looked 2 weeks ago in Wembley,
Let's
my
talk
man.
about that. What an incredible moment. I mean, have you come down from that high yet?
Still buzzing, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Are you
Jeff,
sore?
I haven't forgotten that right hand from you, mate.
That's all right.
It was quite a high. It was quite a moment. You did not win the match. Even though you looked fantastic, how much gas is left in your tank?
It's still at full, if I'm perfectly honest. You know, I mean,
You look great.
I shot my shot, and I didn't get my opportunity, but if another opportunity presents itself, I might take it.
There are some decent options out there that we saw, no doubt. All right, let's talk this lights-out steel cage match. Hangman Adam Page taking on Swerve Strickland. To have this kind of a stipulation finally added, these two men locked inside a steel cage, is this going to put an end to this rivalry?
You'd have to think the escalation at this point, it's got to a dangerous level, right? The way Swerve Strickland stepped over the line, and the way Adam Page now was just perfectly frank, he's unzipped his pants, and you know where I'm going with that one.
These things happen.
I am glad I'm not going to be out there calling that match because, to be honest with you, it's not going to be for the faint of heart. I'm not going to want to see it. There will be blood.
To imagine the situations that we've seen these men in before, I mean, they keep just one-upping, so I'm with you. I think this is one to maybe take a little bit of a breather from. Talk to me about the lights-out steel cage match. What is it?
You know, in the old days, this is a page out of history. The promoter would say, I'm not going to accept responsibility for whatever happens, so we're turning the lights off. Folks, you can go home if you want. Talent, you can go home if you want. But whatever happens in the ring, happens in the ring. Tonight, we're going to have a lights-out cage match. The very first cage match, which I find it hard to believe. Hanger's never been in a cage match. Swerve might make it in a single. Yeah.
Yes.
Swerve might just make it 3 in a row.
Well, we'll see what happens with that, but let's talk about the AEW World Title on the line. Bryan Danielson taking on the scapegoat, Jack Perry. Nigel, I'm sure you've got some opinions on this. We see this fighting spirit of Bryan. We see what he's still got left in the tank. This is a man that doesn't look like he wants to retire anytime soon. What do you think of the state of Bryan right now as champion?
He would love to retire. And all it's going to take is for someone to take the title from him. In my opinion, Jack Perry is the man to do. He's the last man to pin Bryan in the middle of the ring. And in my opinion, that puts him in a very elite club, if you know what I mean. One that I am a member of.
Oh, here we go.
Certainly.
Here we go.
What else gives Jack Perry a little momentum coming into this match? I mean, he's already got the TNT Championship. We're talking about guys wanting all sorts of double titles tonight.
Yeah, and lest we forget the last time he defended that championship, he quite frankly buried Darby Allin at All In. He's coming off a lot of momentum. Darby has a title shot set up for himself. Jack beat Darby. He deserves this just as much as anyone else.
We want to talk about momentum. Danielson's got the biggest winning streak currently in AEW. My man Bryan will retain whether you like it or not. I can't wait. Bryan has got the momentum.
I am with you on that, Double J. And on that note, time to wrap things up. Time to get some action started right here on 0 Hour. Shall we do this? Let's head down to ringside.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Billy Gunn, the Acclaimed.
Platinum Max Caster, the 5-tool player, Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn bringing up the rear. That was the voice of Arcadiora. I'm Excalibur, joined by Tony Schiavone, Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, and we are just over 1 hour away from All Out live on pay-per-view, and that is the voice of Anthony Bowens.
The Acclaimed have arrived! Scissor me, Daddy!
What an atmosphere here in Chicago for All Out.
Yeah, Tony, it's always great to return to the Now Arena, the home of All Out for years, and actually, Daddy Magic, the home of the original All In 2018 as well.
Certainly a second home for All Elite Wrestling. Is it just me, or is the Acclaim missing something ever since we stopped the rap?
Hold on now! The only reason why this show is called Zero Hour and not Trios Hour is because Billy Gunn is scared to get in the ring with me because he knows I'll knock him right out.
That is Jack Jameson in the center, Bronson on the left side of your screen, Boulder on the right.
The Iron Savages are all fired up from sipping our new flavor of Savage Sauce, the double chocolate chunk Savage Sauce, because we bring the
Oh boy!
Wow. That's the Costco guys.
I've seen this guy on YouTube.
At ringside.
Wow.
AJ and Big Justice here. You got to look out for the Rizzler.
The Rizzler?
Maybe even a little Gronk.
How many booms was that?
But here's the thing.
Are the Iron
Jesus, he's still going.
Savages, sipping sauce, living hoss, and taking all you low-T meat riders to Titty City!
A low-T meat rider!
See, here's the thing. He should have let Arcady do the ring announcement, because then she would have ID'd them to the people in the building.
Yeah, absolutely. But by the way, it's the Iron Savages. It's Bronson and Boulder, and Big Mouth Jack Jameson, who is now challenged somewhat Daddy Ass. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
And fans are still filing into the building here at the Now Arena, just outside of Chicago, Illinois. And we are just 1 hour away from All Out on pay-per-view. And you can join us on Bleacher Report through traditional cable and satellite providers, Triller TV, YouTube, ppv.com, and DAZN. Also, All Out will be available nationwide in Dave & Buster's locations, and internationally, fans can join us on Triller TV, YouTube, ppv.com, DAZN, Main Event, and Sky. And Daddy Magic, the Acclaimed, and the Iron Savages, these two teams, they are very familiar with each other, even before their time here in AEW.
I believe they're all Long Island boys, isn't that right? Kind of trained at the same school, I believe.
Yeah, definitely competing, traveling in similar circles. We'll see if that familiarity brings any contempt.
Here they are, All Out. 1 hour, 2 minutes away from going live on pay-per-view.
And Tony Schiavone, we were 2 weeks ago, London, England, where the Acclaimed were denied their opportunity at the AEW World Tag Team Championship. They were part of that three-way match with FTR and the champions, the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, but knowing what type of athletes they are and knowing how they are very aggressive, they're going to get another shot. It may come later than sooner, but they will. And look
at Caster.
Wow. Boulder. I mean, that's a big, beefy bastard, guys.
Yeah. Boulder on the receiving end of a pair of drop kicks. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the match at All In London, Tony, it was the appearance of the grizzled young vets, James Drake and Zach Gibson, attacking FTR, attacking the Acclaimed, and really upending the tag team scene here in AEW.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the grizzled young veteran. Oh, look at this. The MX Collection.
Mason Madden and Mansoor.
They got to make sure as they're watching the match that they are on camera as well.
That is a bizarre. I hope they don't injure their necks watching the monitor from that angle.
Well, MXM Collection last night on Rampage.
Yeah, things didn't go well.
Yeah, called out the Acclaim.
Yeah, a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of stories percolating here in the tag team division of All Elite Wrestling. But right now, Boulder sending Max Caster across. Caster.
Oh, boy.
Caster. Wow. Taking a rough landing into the corner.
That could be it right there.
Caster retreating out to the apron, but he seems to be a bit rattled. Nope, Caster. Oh, wait, Caster gouging the eyes of Boulder. And
there we go.
Sweep on Bronson.
Caster looking for a springboard.
Caster springboard drop kick. Once again, knocking Boulder to the ropes, but unsuccessfully taking him off his feet.
Caster looking great. No, they're trying to elevate him.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake right there.
Well, that's a mistake of aggression is what that is. You know, you get fired up, you get the adrenaline flowing, Matt. You'll try to do things that you shouldn't do.
That's what it is. You feel the adrenaline. Went for the big lift, did not pay off, and now he is in trouble.
Boulder sandwiching Caster in the corner. Bronson coming out with the elbow strike. And
Iron Savage is looking good here, fellas.
Tony, you ever been to Titty City?
No, I've not.
Where?
And that's all I'm going to say. But by the way, scan the QR code on your screen.
Great transition.
Great transition.
You can join us on Bleacher Report, right? In just 1 hour away. You see the timer at the bottom of your screen now, 59 minutes, 58 seconds. We will also be on pay-per-view through traditional cable and satellite providers. Triller TV, YouTube.com, PPV.com, DAZN. So many ways to join us in just under 1 hour for All Out on pay-per-view.
Look out!
Caster got planted with the boss man slam.
He's in big time trouble here, guys.
Now,
Anthony Bowen's not on the
wait
apron.
a second. Bronson leaving his feet, leaving the ring, and now Boulder, the legal man.
Oh my God.
Come on!
2, no!
Barely got out of that. I thought when Boulder was on top of him, there'd be no getting out by Max Caster.
Pulling out all the stops here.
Heck of an effort by the young kid.
What a win this would be. 0 hour All Out against the Acclaimed, the former champions.
Take a look at the athleticism of Boulder right there. What a rough landing for Caster.
That's incredible right there.
Almost got Iron Savage's what many would have to believe would be an upset victory. I mean, remember the Acclaimed former AEW World Tag Team Champions.
That's it, exactly that. I don't know about wasting this time here.
Diving. Oh, jeez. Diving headbutt.
That shoulder planted right into the mat off the top.
Yeah, I think Bronson realized Caster moved out of the way. He tried to put his shoulder down for some self-preservation, but a very unceremonious landing for him. But Caster makes the tag. And now Anthony Bowen's right hand takes Bronson down. Wait for another one. No, the interception and the elbow strike.
He's got the momentum. Don't get too excited. Here comes the big guy, though. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Right in the face.
And Boulder dropped down by that kick to the knee. And now here comes Anthony Bowens over the top with the famous arm.
Classic Anthony Bowens right there. Looking to get Max Caster back in.
We're going to have to ask Taz later. Is Titty City near the Yambag region?
That's good.
And here comes the mic drop.
The mic drop intercepted at Boulder. Now trying to fight his Caster again. His pride getting the better of him.
I don't know how many times you got to learn this lesson.
Yeah, I mean, Caster, he's got some powerful legs, powerful quads, but Boulder is just, 300 plus pounds, maybe narrowing in on 400. And look at the strength as Boulder with Caster and Bowens.
You kidding me?
Oh!
Get a cover.
Fans appreciated that.
This is your opportunity now, boys.
And this is the Iron Savages finisher. Their finishing technique. It's the avalanche on top, too. And no, Bowens just barely breaking it up.
Yeah, Bowens was very fortunate he was still in the ring, or that would have been a 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
And Bowens now might be fighting this one alone as Caster's been on the receiving end of some serious punishment.
I didn't expect this kind of fight out of the Iron Savages, guys. I'm going to be honest.
Bowens gets popped up. And Boulder lets gravity do its own work, as does Bronson.
These guys are massive. Just throwing the weight around.
That's right. They're massive. You're right. And they are using their weight. A lot of success using their weight all through AEW, but especially tonight.
Oh, now the Acclaimed getting stacked up in the corner.
And the Acclaimed's in trouble here.
And Boulder and Bronson, they like this combination cannonball in the corner. This could be curtains.
I mean, no thank you.
For the Acclaimed. That's God.
Boys, you gotta move.
Oh, no.
You gotta move, boys.
Oh! Bronson got crushed underneath the weight of his own partner.
That's over 600 pounds every bit coming down.
And Jack Jameson up on the apron.
Oh, there you go.
And Billy Gunn.
Daddy
You asked for it. You got it.
Right in the face.
He's going to do it again. He got him up.
Caster.
He's looking for it.
As Boulder up and drives him down.
Bowen's going to go to the top.
Nope, Bowens tags in. Bronson now receiving in the arrival.
Here we go.
Mike drop from Caster. Bowens makes the cover and collects the win.
Here are your winners, the Acclaimed.
Gut sexy performance by the Acclaimed here. 0 hour, all out, 55 minutes away as we take a look at the winners.
Give Max Caster a lot of credit. He didn't give up, did he? Tried to get the big guy up many times and finally got him up, and it led to the end of the match.
Yeah, Caster and Bowens looking sharp as they look. Well, there's
arm in arm.
Mason Madden and Mansoor. I wouldn't call that arm in arm, Tony. I would call that bum in arm.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Let's head back to the panel. Standing by up the ramp.
The Iron Savages look good tonight, but not good enough to get it done. The Acclaimed stand strong.
The Acclaimed is getting this all-out party started right, and the party's going to be closed with that cage match. 2.5 tons of steel, over 600 pieces of hardware to put it together. The Hangman's very first singles match. I can't wait. AEW always does pay-per-view right.
How are people able to watch this pay-per-view, RJ?
If you're in the United States, you can watch All Out on YouTube, DAZN, Bleacher Report, Triller TV, PPV.com, in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers, and all Dave & Buster's. But if you're not in the United States,
that's right. International, you guys can watch at PPV.com, YouTube, and on Triller. You guys don't want to miss anything. All of the action has already started here. We are underway, but it's time for one of my favorite wrestlers in the entire world.
Well, thank you, Renee, Jeff, and RJ. Wow, Renee Paquette really excited about Mark Sterling.
Cease and desist. I'll take it from here. Everybody knows this is Josh Woods, Tony Neeson, Arya Davari, and we are the premier athletes.
That's how you do it, Jack Jameson.
Now we've decided to let you losers in Chicago take part in a winning team for once with one of our team building exercises. We decided that even people of low IQ like you can follow along. So when I say athletes, you say rock, okay? When I say athletes, you say rock, okay? Nothing else. Hands in. Whoa. Athletes!
So Arkady has only done half of the actual ring announcements tonight. Does she get paid the same?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, okay, good. Good for her.
And their opponents, they are the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. First, weighing 195 pounds, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara.
I want to clear something up here. I think Renee thought that Dustin Rhodes was coming out first.
No, she was talking about Mark Sterling. I'm sure.
You are?
I'm positive.
She's got to be one and only.
Who doesn't love Mark Sterling?
I don't. You do?
He's helped me out quite a few times.
You get into a lot of legal pickles?
Slip and falls.
And from Austin, Texas, weighing 230 pounds, the natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Does my heart good to see Dustin with 2 belts and all the gold.
Yeah, Dustin, 1/2 of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, 1/3 of the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Champions, the Trios Champions in Ring of Honor. And they teamed with this man for the first time last night quite successfully.
Nothing less than a phenom here.
Hologram.
Just the beginning of his AEW career as well.
And their partner from Teotihuacan, Mexico, weighing 170 pounds, Hologram.
Tony, I know I've been very jealous of you getting to call the action of this young, fast-rising luchador on Collision on Saturday nights, but he is a man that has been turning heads. I mean, not just amongst the fans of AEW, but in the locker room as well.
Made his debut 7 weeks ago on Collision when we, of course, had our summer series in Arlington leading up to All In, and he went 6-0 during that. Got his 7th win last night in tag team action. He is amazing. He really is. You never know what to expect. When I heard about Hologram and I saw all the lights and the colors, I thought, what can we expect? We had no idea. But he is sensational. He does things, Matt, that that I've not seen before, and I've seen a lot of stuff.
He delivers, no question about it. And this unit right here, Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, and Hologram going for 2 in a row right here tonight.
Yeah, less than 24 hours apart. Could be consecutive victories for Sammy Guevara, Dustin, and Hologram. But the premier athletes, despite the bluster of Smart Mark Sterling, these 3 guys are no joke, Daddy Magic. I mean, they are finely tuned pro wrestling machines.
I mean, you saw it when they come out. You take a look at those bodies, man. It's very impressive. You throw Mark Sterling into the mix, you don't know what you're going to get. We're going to find out right here, right now.
Yeah, I like the term bluster, Excalibur. That's a good one. Much better than what I was thinking.
Well, fans, before this match gets too far underway, I want to remind everybody that All Out is coming your way just under 50 minutes time. And you can join us on pay-per-view through traditional cable and satellite providers on Bleacher Report, Triller TV, YouTube.com, PPV.com, and DAZN. Also at Dave & Buster's locations nationwide. Nice display of agility there by Sammy Guevara. And internationally, fans, you could join us for All Out on Triller TV, YouTube.com, PPV.com, DAZN. Main event and Sky. Really no excuse not to join us in just over 49 minutes time for All Out live on pay-per-view. As Guevara reverses, sends Tony Nese in, and now the backflip over. Guevara, the corkscrew drop kick.
How good is Sammy Guevara? Effortless.
Not only good, he's been great since his return, of course. He and Ty had their first child, Luna, and he came back looking great, in great shape. He obviously worked out a lot while he was out.
And he came back in a very surprising fashion. Dustin Rhodes was outnumbered. Dustin Rhodes was being attacked after a match, and Sammy Guevara, of all people, intervened. It was during that summer series in Arlington, for, where we had Collision in the Ring of Honor events, and and Sammy Guevara making a surprise appearance, saying, Texans stick together. He's Dustin Rhodes. And now cover here by Ariya Daivari.
And they wasted no time picking up tag team gold. The Ring of Honor tag team champions.
Yeah, he and Dustin, 2 Texans tag team champs. As you mentioned earlier, Dustin and the Von Erichs, some more Texans.
Yeah, trio of Texans, the Ring of Honor World 6-man champions. And speaking of Texas, how exciting is it that next summer we'll be headed back to Arlington Globe Life Field for All in Texas next July. But Sammy Guevara comes steaming in with that knee strike.
He nailed him with it. He's got to reach for a tag here.
Boy, Ariya Daivari is trying to shake the cobwebs out as he gets towards the corner. Tag is made on both ends. Here comes Hologram.
Hologram blocked the right hand.
Oh, nicely done by Tony Nese right there.
From Tony Nese, but yet didn't block that left kick. But Hologram now boot up into the jaw of Tony Nese. And Hologram, look at that. The knee off of the shins, off of the shoulders of Tony Nese. Very nearly landed on his feet, but fully connected flush with that enziguri. The sweep on Daivari. Enziguri there for Ariya Daivari. Josh Woods.
He's taking them all out here.
Woods, the power just too much for Hologram. Just muscling him into the rope. No, wait a second. Hologram. Tijeras takes down Josh Woods.
I thought he was going to get cut in a tombstone situation there.
And now Hologram. Just flattens out Daivari. Perpetual motion. Look at that. The counter, the cover. 2. And no, Tony Nese able to kick out.
This guy doesn't stop, Hologram.
Taking on all 3 men, Matt, and also came back up in fighting position every time. You notice that? Right on his feet.
That's a great point. He's ready to go. Look at these kicks right here.
Hologram has Tony Nese down center of the ring, but Josh Woods takes Nese away. Flying knee strike, anti-air from Josh Woods.
That's one way to do it.
Nese, the cover, the near leg hook, then Hologram able to kick out.
Give Woods a lot of credit. Great anticipation that time for Hologram coming off the ropes.
Here we go. Yeah, the timing, the anticipation when someone is coming off the ropes like that, Daddy Magic, just so tough, and Josh Woods made it look easy.
He certainly did. He timed it perfectly, caught him right in the face. Now the premier athletes are in control.
Backbreaker, lariat combo there from Woods. Lateral press, 2. Hologram able to fire that left shoulder up off the mat.
We're 45 minutes away here, guys, from All Out. The nerves in the back. They've got to be at an all-time high right now. Titles on the line.
Well, the fans are chanting, "We want Dustin." How about that?
Nothing but respect for Dustin Rhodes, this audience in Chicago.
Yeah, and he's earned it too, Matt Menard.
That's for sure. A lifetime devoted to professional wrestling. Two-time champion right now in Ring of Honor. And they want to see him, Tony.
And what a road he has gone through in his life and his personal life to get right back here and be such a factor in Ring of Honor and AEW. It's a great story. It really is.
And fans, DraftKings is an official partner of AEW right now. All customers can join a free-to-play pool for tonight's Lights Out Steel Cage main event between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. Simply answer questions like who will be the first to bleed, will the match go outside of the cage, and will either participant attempt to use gasoline, get enough right to earn your share of the prize. Download the DraftKings app, sign up with promo code AEW, and play free with an official partner of AEW. DraftKings, the crown is yours, and Smart Mark Sterling is a POS.
We should do a pool of our own backstage.
You know what? I think Nigel would probably lose. I would too. And a lot of people, actually. Congratulations, Tony, to you and your son.
Thank you very much.
Mark Sterling, the difference maker here tonight.
Mark Sterling, the difference maker?
I mean, wouldn't you say? Look at Hologram right now.
Mark Sterling's a pimple on the rear end of wrestling.
Hey.
Hologram, though, I mean, he's got
He's
those...
a what?
He's got the impressions of those wingtips from Mark Sterling all over his skin from where Sterling was laying in those stomps. But now Josh Woods.
Holy smokes, look at that.
Oh, Josh slipped. Could have hurt himself that time.
But I mean, this is trouble here, guys. Anytime you go to you want to get on the ropes, you don't know what's going to happen.
But look at just how powerful Woods is, just scooping up Hologram and driving him into the corner.
Yeah, he's a beast. Josh Woods is a beast. I mean, you can just look at him. I mean, former Ring of Honor pure champion.
And just essentially bullying Hologram there.
Just manhandling him.
Just take a look at the boots he has on. Okay, that kind of says it all, doesn't it?
Wait a second. Hologram. Great body control there, able to counter out of whatever Woods had planned.
And he had to do something, Hologram. He did it. Got to make his way. Make the tag.
Fans want to see Dustin. Let's see the big Texan with the long reach can get in there.
And the natural Dustin Rhodes extending the arm.
He's reaching over.
And Hologram makes the tag, and here comes the natural.
You want to talk about a big body? Take a look at Dustin Rhodes when he gets going here.
Josh Woods telegraphs that. Dustin makes him pay with that uppercut. And beautiful power slam there by Dustin Rhodes.
His father named him the Natural years ago when he started his wrestling career because he was such a natural athlete. And he's not slowed down.
Canadian destroyer from Dustin Rhodes.
That's how he was going for a sunset flip. Not today.
And now Dustin Rhodes on the apron. Hologram and Sammy Guevara climbing the ropes.
Oh boy. Look out.
Guevara. What teamwork by Hologram, Guevara, and Dustin Rhodes.
Chicago's loving it.
Yeah, great reaction from the crowd that's still filing in here to the Now Arena. All Out, just over 40 minutes away on pay-per-view, and Dustin Rhodes hard into the barricade. But now, looks like the athletes are singling out Hologram.
What do they have cooking here?
Look at that, Davari from the floor into the grips of Nice, and then into the grip of Josh Woods.
Oh, my.
What a impact that was on the mat, and now Dustin gets rolled in.
Yeah, potent powerbomb there by Josh Woods, and now Premier Athletes look for that 1RM.
I mean, they're going to do it here,
they
guys.
Might have it, yeah.
They're going to do it.
Cover. Tight cover, and Sammy Guevara there to break it up.
There you go, Sammy, attaboy.
Pretty good pinning combination that time, too. Thank goodness for the breakup.
But Hologram in preventing Ari Davari from interfering any further in this match.
Things breaking down.
Dustin Rhodes, big right hand to the jaw of Josh Woods.
Looking for it. Oh, boy.
Dustin, he was about to hit that crossroads on Woods. But Tony Nese there. The cheap shot, but Guevara catches him with a thrust kick. Davari, thrust kick of his own. Hologram comes in with one. Oh, just a right hand from Woods.
Smokes.
Oh, but wait a second.
Look out here. He's looking for it.
Dustin's got him hooked up. Cross. Rhodes.
Not again.
And now Mark Sterling, yeah, once again.
All right, get this bozo out of here, guys. I've had enough.
Diverting the attention of
I'm with you.
Brandon Martinez.
Yes. Yes.
And in comes Mark Sterling.
You guys stop. stop right now. I didn't do anything.
Well,
You know what?
Dustin.
All right, this is a bit overkill. It's a bit overkill, guys.
And this crowd is red hot.
Cross runs.
Can you imagine what they're going to be like in 40 minutes when All Out takes the air?
Sammy!
On pay-per-view!
Sammy comes flying in with the cutter. That hook kick from Hologram, and now the final reckoning from Dustin Rhodes.
It's gotta be
2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Here are your winners, Sammy Guevara, Hologram, and Dustin Rhodes.
Man, I really like this trio of Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, and Hologram. I mean, I know Dustin, his dance card is already full alongside the Von Erichs, but maybe he could be a double trios champion in Ring of Honor, and then with Sammy Guevara Hologram here in AEW.
Why not? He's on now a 5-match winning streak in AEW, and what a hero shot that is.
Well, let's head up the ramp to our esteemed panel standing by. Take it away, Renee.
Respectfully to the premier athletes, it was actually that man, Dustin Rhodes, that I was talking about as one of my favorites, but hell of a win for him tonight. Speaking of people's favorites, let's talk about the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, his AEW world title on the line tonight against the scapegoat, Jack Perry. Talk to me about this.
Renee, RJ, the adrenaline's pumping. The blood pressure is rising. Bryan Danielson, how ironic. Only in professional wrestling. He made his debut here, 2021. Ironically, to help Jack Perry. Tonight, they go one-on-one. Danielson's going to keep his winning streak going.
I gotta say, he's bright, but he's not too smart. Bryan worked last night. I don't think that's the right idea for somebody who's so physically fragile.
Time for more action, guys.
Contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first at a combined weight of 643 pounds, Colton Gunn, Austin Gunn, and Juice Robinson, the Bang Bang Gang.
Take a look at the Bang Bang Gang, gentlemen.
The team that 2 weeks ago was part of that ladder match to determine the AEW World Trios Champions. Juice Robinson, Colton, Austin Gunn, Tony, they were a hair's breadth away from taking those titles back to the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah, well, that's the way it happens, Excalibur. As you know, in a ladder match, you can be a hair's breadth away. You can have your hand on the belt. You could be right there and something happen. It's so many things can happen in a ladder match. But now, here they go in this matchup. Yet another trios match, and this should be a great one.
Just want to shout out to my boy Jay White watching us at home, watching his boys right now.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 631 pounds, Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and Evil Uno, the Dark Order.
This match could have very real implications in the ladder, in the trios rankings here at Dark Order. The victory over, well, 2/3 of the former champions. You mentioned that Jay White recovering at home from injury. Our best go out to him. I'm sure he is excited about Grand Slam Australia coming up next year, 2025, Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. But we turn our attention back to the action tonight. Dark Order, Bang Bang Gang, trios action. And Tony, Dark Order, they've hit a bit of a rough patch over the last few weeks, but this could be everything they need to course correct tonight.
Listen, Excalibur, and the fans, I'm sure, know this. Silver, Reynolds, Evil Uno have probably been in as many trios matches as anyone else. As a matter of fact, they're in 3rd place for most trios matches in AEW history.
So, technically speaking, then, not as many trios matches as anybody else.
Technically speaking.
Okay, just one.
As many as anybody. So I think it's 24, 25, 26.
All right. As Austin Gunn elevates over Alex Reynolds. Reynolds swing and a miss. Austin. Oh, it's the trip.
How fast is Austin Gunn, guys?
Yes, he is quick, man. Austin Gunn for all his bravado and all his arrogance. I mean, he and Colton both, second generation, father taught him a lot, and you can see it in the ring, man.
That's for sure. These guys are athletes, no question about it. The explosiveness, you see it immediately, and here comes Juice.
Juice Robinson, big senton, sits out on John Silver, and Silver trying to take himself out of harm's way as Evil Uno comes in, and Juice levels him.
Juice, a very bizarre character, isn't he?
The Juice Man's in the house. It is All Out, 35 minutes away, live on pay-per-view.
That's right. You can join us on Bleacher Report on pay-per-view through traditional cable and satellite providers on Triller TV, YouTube.com, PPV.com, DAZN, and also nationwide in Dave and Buster's locations as Dark Order attempting to climb to the top, and a very unceremonious landing for those three men. And fans internationally, you can join us for All Out just under 35 minutes away on Triller TV, YouTube.com, PPV.com, DAZN, Main Event, and Sky. So many ways to join us. Take your pick for All Out.
And you talk about tempers being high. We've already seen that security is surrounding both Hangman Adam Page and, of course, the former world champion Swerve Strickland as they get ready to do battle in the lights-out cage match.
Yeah, both Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, they are confined to their changing rooms until it is time for their match tonight. Wait a second, Reynolds now, the cover. And that's not just to protect, Tony, the safety of Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. We know how high those tensions are, but I mean, there's on pay-per-views you get a lot of friends and family. Right here, there's a lot of people milling around backstage. It's to protect those people as well from being caught in harm's way between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland.
That's a great call, because who knows what could break loose backstage with those two.
And now,
look at this, Johnny
Silver. A little Kaientai tribute there from Dark Order as Juice Robinson caught in the middle. Now double Russian leg sweep by Uno and Reynolds. Near leg hook by Uno. Juice Robinson bicycled those legs and able to kick out.
He was fighting out, as you can tell. Juice holding the back of his head. He hit the back of his head very hard on that double Russian leg sweep.
That's it. He missed that cannonball in the corner, and it's been all downhill since then.
And Evil Uno, he was jawing with Mike Posey, but he noticed that Colton Gunn was getting up to the apron out of the corner of his eye. And
here go Juice. Here go Juice.
Juice Robinson.
Pretty good left hands.
Yeah, the southpaw making good use of those lefts. And
this crowd getting behind Juice.
Now we mentioned the fans still filing into the Now Arena. Just a half an hour away for All Out live on pay-per-view. As Evil Uno, man, that kick, I mean, he just cut Juice off all of his momentum right off.
Got here in the corner.
And in comes Silver. No. And Uno. Can he do it? No. Dark Order.
And the Dark Order's got to get their act together here.
Oh, Juice! A big left hand of God.
Got him stacked up, Excalibur.
He's got no one to tag to. I don't think it matters, though. Juice is feeling it.
He missed the cannonball the first time, but not this time. A 3-for-1 for Juice Robinson.
Oh, what a pile.
Austin Gunn's losing his mind on the apron here, guys. He wants that tag, and he gets the tag.
Austin tagging in, ducks underneath. Silver wipes out Uno and Reynolds on the corner.
This guy's an absolute maniac. You want to look out?
Wow, look how agile.
I mean, it's incredible, guys. I'm telling you.
Reynolds in, and Austin Gunn. Some jabs of his own.
He's jiving right now.
And Austin. Boot to the midsection on Evil Uno.
Is he going to be looking for that famous, sir?
Very well could be an homage to his father.
To the old man.
Little sidestep there by Uno. Something evil.
Look out for Reynolds off the top here.
As Alex Reynolds foot stomp. And Reynolds wipes out Colton Gunn.
What teamwork.
John Silver comes steaming in.
It could be
cover, the leg hooked in. Austin Gunn kicks out.
You know, they like to goof around sometimes, the Dark Order, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but then they remind you immediately what a great team they are.
Uno, Silver, and Reynolds slowing the pace down. You know how fired up the Bang Bang gang can get. They really like to push the pace, Daddy Magic.
I mean, do they ever? You saw the energy that Austin Gunn came into the ring with. Evil Uno doing the right thing here, feeling that, saying, let's settle it down. And this is what Austin Gunn and the Bang Bang are going to try to do here.
Uno's momentum carrying him through the ropes with Reynolds.
Here we go.
Sends Uno in, but no.
They're going to try to keep it going, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, here comes Colton Gunn. Big right hands into all three members of Dark Order. And great extension, great height on that drop kick by Colton Gunn.
Wow. Incredible.
Oh, nice sidestep there by Colton Gunn. And the neck breaker ducks underneath Evil Uno. And a version of the one and only there for Colton Gunn.
Let's get a cover, boys. Here comes the Juice Man back in.
Tag made, Juice Robinson and Colton Gunn perhaps looking to work in tandem. Yes, no, reversal. Oh! Colton gets taken down by Reynolds, but Juice takes down Reynolds. Same idea there by Silver and Robinson.
Double clothesline, both guys going down. And another one.
And Uno and Austin Gunn taking one another down.
Everybody is down. 29 minutes away from All Out, Excalibur.
Just under half an hour away from All Out, live on pay-per-view.
Take a look at this right here. What a sight. All 6 men down.
I thought the site you were talking about was the QR code at the bottom of your screen, which you could join us on Bleacher Report if you scan right now as Reynolds and... talk about upping the ante. Reynolds and Colton Gunn off their partners' backs.
Who's going to make a move first here?
Now Silver.
Roll through.
Oh, the kick. The round kick to the jaw. And, back elbow by Austin Gunn. Thrust kick there. Austin got rattled, but, look at that.
Turn that in. Hip toss into a neck breaker.
Yeah, the quick draw. And now.
Back to back.
Oh, Juice. Those big right hands. Trying to soften up Uno.
Going to get a big one here. Where's the hair maker? I'm waiting for it. Nope.
Uno.
No!
Ducked his head. The Juice is loose. The cover. 2, 3.
Nice.
Here are your winners, the Bang Bang Gang.
What a win.
Yeah, Dark Order put up an incredible fight. But Juice Robinson, Colton and Austin Gunn pulling out the victory here tonight on the All Out 0 Hour.
The Bang Bang Gang looking good.
And fans, DraftKings Sportsbook is official partner of AEW. New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets instantly. Simply download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code AEW. And now, for a word from our partners at DraftKings.
You're watching my special, aren't you?
No, I just got this great NFL offer. Guaranteed, all up front. And this one's gonna be hard to pass up.
Breaking news, LeBron James has a guaranteed NFL offer. He says it's, quote, going to be hard to pass up.
Seriously? Ooh, somebody got to call a plumber, because you got a leak.
With DraftKings, new customers bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets and a month of NFL Plus Premium. The crown is yours.
Joining us here in Chicago, we've got a little social media royalty in the house. We've got the Costco guys, Big Justice, AJ. Guys, thanks so much for being here. How does it feel?
It's amazing. Big Justice, tell him.
This is a big
All right, take it easy on the booms for now. AJ, I must say, you're quite a burly fella. Is it true you used to wrestle on the indies with Sanjay Dutt?
It's true. Sanjay Dutt was an awesome guy, and I did bring the boom to the New Jersey Independent Wrestling.
Now, Big Justice, may we see some wrestling in your future?
Ooh.
Maybe.
Could happen. Should we do some boom and doom?
Yeah.
Let's do a
Hit us with some boom and doom. RJ, start it off.
Okay, Willow Nightingale.
Willow Nightingale, that's a big boom.
What about Will Ospreay?
Will Ospreay, he's a big boom.
Okay. What about Excalibur?
Excalibur, that's a big boom.
What about Bryan Danielson?
Bryan Danielson, come on, that's a big boom.
No
Okay,
brainer.
fellas, what about MJF?
MJF, that's a boom.
What about being here in Chicago, here at AEW? Where's that rank?
This is a big boom.
Guys, we are under 30 minutes from going live on pay-per-view. Keep him with the booms. The legendary Tony Schiavone, what does he get?
Tony Schiavone gets a big boom.
Of course he does.
Take it away, Schiavone.
All right, I'll take that boom. Thanks a lot, Renee. And ladies and gentlemen, please give a big Chicago welcome to Sky Blue.
There we go. Pretty good? Thank you, Tony. Chicago. You guys didn't think you could have an All Out without me, did you? This is the very building that 3 years ago in 2021 that TK came out here and said, do you want to be in the Casino Battle Royal? So this building holds so much sentimental to me, and it means the world to be here right now.
Sky, a little bit over a month ago, you suffered a broken ankle. How's the recovery, and what's the timetable for your return?
I mean, I'm doing everything I can to get back as fast as I can, but it's just a waiting game.
I came out here to have my AEW Women's World Championship celebration. But I'm not doing it in Chicago. Why do they call it the Windy City when nobody here has ever been blown before?
Babe, well, you certainly know a thing or two about that.
Sky. Well, it makes sense that you're from Chicago. You have a lot in common. You guys are broke, filthy, and you have to lower your standards to make it enjoyable.
Thanks, Skank.
What you need is some glamour. Look now and never forget, I am your AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May.
Oh, that was completely uncalled for. Mariah May kicking out that crutch.
She's not
wait
done.
a second.
She's not done here.
This is most certainly not championship behavior there by Mariah May.
She's proud of herself.
Once again, delaying. Oh, wait. Now. Come on, Sky Blue with that broken ankle.
Look out, look out.
Oh. Queen Aminata. Whoa, Aminata. Taking a swipe at Mariah May, coming to the aid of her friend Sky Blue. I don't know if they've... Well, Aminata just less than 24 hours ago picking up the win last night on Rampage. And, you know, as we were saying, Daddy Magic coming to the aid of her friend Sky Blue here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to get Sky Blue some medical attention, I'd imagine, after that. Although she seems to be all right, I guess. But good on Queen Aminata.
Well, happy that Sky Blue seems to be okay. Let's return to the remarkable Renee Paquette once again standing by.
Yeah, I'm certainly glad that Sky Blue's okay, but what a shameful display by our AEW Women's Champion.
I think the Chicago Street Fight might have already gotten started. We're 20 minutes and counting from the start.
Guys, let's talk about this. How are people able to watch this pay-per-view?
If you're in the United States, you can watch All Out on Bleacher Report, YouTube, DAZN, Triller TV, PPV.com, in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers, and all Dave and Buster's.
Got it all. Now, guys, internationally, you guys can watch on YouTube, PPV.com, and Triller. You don't want to miss any of it. The action has already begun right here on 0 Hour. And let's just keep it going. Let's get back to more action. Let's head back down to ringside.
Attention passengers, welcome to Top Flight Airlines, where every flight is a ride. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
The following is a three-way trios match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Layla Gray at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Top Flight and Action Andretti.
That's right, a three-way trios match tonight. Top Flight and Andretti, the first team to enter. Layla Gray. Now, Daddy Magic, have you ever seen a flight attendant out on the runway with the guiding the plane into the gate?
Never in my life, Excalibur.
All right,
This is it right here.
Obviously, these folks know a lot more about aviation than I do, but nonetheless, Tony Schiavone.
Yes.
I mean, you were right there. It seemed that Sky Blue, thanks to that intervention by Queen Amanada, was okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Sky Blue took a tumble.
Rumble.
Did not
Bad
hurt her
man.
ankle at all.
Rumble.
That's the good news about it. The bad news is our women's world champion is completely out of control.
Oh, she's a nut job for sure.
I believe you used the B word referring to her once.
I wouldn't again.
Their opponents at a combined weight of 703 pounds. The Ring of Honor Pure Micah Style, Lee Moriarty, Shane Taylor, and the Beast, Mortos.
Now, this is a very interesting trio. Shane Taylor, obviously representing the power. Lee Moriarty, the technique. And Mortos, the technique, the power, and the speed.
The Beast Mortos, guys. The last couple of months here in AEW, watching this guy, there is nothing he cannot do. Absolutely impressive. Cannot wait to see what he's going to do here tonight.
An incredible match against Takeshita in the qualifier yesterday on Collision. I mean, the big man can move. You're taking a look at Shane Taylor, one of the great punches in all of AEW, no doubt. And, of course, as you said, the pure champ as well.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 630 pounds, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, and Roderick Strong, Undisputed Kingdom.
Well, this is undoubtedly the most experienced trio in this match. I mean, Andretti and Top Flight, they've been teaming together for just over, I'd say just over a year, maybe 18 months, but the relationship between Roderick Strong, Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven, this goes back more than a decade, Daddy Magic.
Absolutely. Going way back to Ring of Honor, the early days of their career, coming up together. Take a look right here. A great opportunity to get back into trios contention, whether it be Ring of Honor, AEW.
Yeah, and they earned a win in March on Rampage over Top Flight and Action Andretti at the Undisputed Kingdom. So they've got the momentum. Speaking of momentum, take a look at our countdown. Man, we're just inside of 20 minutes now before we are going live on pay-per-view.
That's right. We'll be live at the top of the hour for All Out on pay-per-view. You can join us on Bleacher Report through traditional cable and satellite providers, Triller TV, YouTube.com, PPV.com, DAZN, and also Dave & Buster's locations nationwide.
This thing's about to get wild here, gentlemen.
Yeah, you know, that the Beast Mortos and Roderick Strong have been friends in the past. They've teamed together, but when you're talking about trying to win on...
Whoa, there goes Mike Bennett as Shane Taylor, a thunderous shot.
There are no friends, and you're trying to get the winner's purse. I understand that. And, you know, take a look at the big guy. He's all about... Oh! He knows what a winner's purse is all about.
Sure does.
And this is our third in a trio of trios matches. And it's a three-way trios match. A lot of threes going on here, Tony.
A lot of threes, yes, sir.
Oh, man. Shane Taylor. This guy means business. Andretti got to get out of this corner now.
Mike Bennett's on the floor here. And
Action Andretti took a swipe at Lee Moriarty.
That's what he's got to do, man. Stick and move against the big guy, Shane Taylor.
But Moriarty, the blind tag, and look at that. Shane Taylor anchoring Action Andretti to the corner. Shot to the midsection. Moriarty looking maybe for a crossface there. No, changes grip. And Andretti, though, jawbreaker on Lee. And now
done right there, Andretti.
Behind the back, standing switch. And Moriarty backing Andretti up to the corner, but that allowed Darius Martin to tag in. And teamwork here.
That's exactly what Andretti wanted to do there.
Top Flight and Andretti. Now there's the Undisputed Kingdom dropping off the apron, but undeterred.
Top Flight looking good. I gotta say, boys, I love the new outfit on Top Flight. Looking good, the matching gear.
Yeah, Layla Gray with them.
And a chop to the chest from Darius Martin, the older of the two Martin brothers. Cover as Lee Moriarty able to kick out. Moriarty breaking free, elbow strike. Connects, but the uppercut there returned by Darius Martin.
Hey, Lee Moriarty's a wild card in all this. He can do so many things. And he's an incredible champion.
Oh, no. Wow. Roderick Strong sweeping out the arm of Darius Martin, who crashes and burns, but there's Moriarty. Take it down, Roddy.
Here we go.
Blocking
Roddy.
the arm drag. Attempt and a backbreaker on Moriarty.
You can feel the intensity pick up immediately the second Roddy tagged in.
Absolutely. Former international champ, no question.
Lateral press. And Moriarty kicking out, barely at one.
If you are not in tip-top physical form, Roderick Strong will run you into the ground.
You know, I think these all-out events just show you how deep the AEW roster really is. You take a look at all the talent we've had. We have had Ring of Honor tag team champions here, former tag team champions, the pure champion here.
Oh, Mortos just takes Roderick Strong.
Here we go.
Nearly one of his SLBs, and now Mortos. Oh, headbutt for Roddy.
The Beast Mortos.
He's an amazing competitor. There's no doubt. Look at the power.
Holy smokes.
Mortos hoisting up Roderick Strong.
I think I love this guy.
And toss him into Taven and Bennett. And I think Mortos, he's the type of athlete, Tony, that he's just one signature win away for perhaps for a championship here in All Elite Wrestling.
I agree.
The Beast Mortos, take a look.
Mike Bennett has spent more time on the floor than he has in the ring here, and that's not good for that trios team.
I can't blame him.
Now Dante Martin now into this match, taking Mortos down off his feet. Dante, big drop kick, sends Mortos into the corner. And
feels like a mistake here.
Oh, Dante, the fireman's carry has Mortos up, airplane spin.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You get an airplane top flight?
Yeah, very good, well done.
Thank you. Well, actually, it's more Dante's credit.
Fair enough.
I just call it as I see it. And Mortos.
Both men now.
Yeah.
Are we drunk over here?
Well, no,
oh, now it's the red-eye flight. Come on.
If you do an airplane spin, you better be prepared.
As Dante underneath, drop kick sends Mortos reeling back into the corner.
Line tag, here comes Taven.
And Matt Taven, so crafty and unable to avoid those elbow strikes.
These matches are so tough to score the pinfall. There's always somebody coming to break up the cover, break up the pinfall, the submission.
Oh, monkey flip there.
And it is one fall to a finish, correct?
Yes, it is. As Taven puts the brakes on, rolls underneath. Dante Martin, Bennett with the distraction, and Taven the blindside shot. Taven brings him up, drives him down. Dante the kick out. Did he bring him up with a wedgie?
That's what it looked like to me, an atomic wedgie by Matt Taven. Effective.
Taven is so rangy. He's got such long limbs. And look at Bennett go. Bennett, a few moments ago, was...
cover here by Mike Bennett.
Was trying to regather his senses on the floor, and now he's back in there, and with purpose.
That's a sign of a veteran wrestler. He took the time that he needed. He knew his partners would keep them in the match.
And, you know, we talked about the punching prowess of Shane Taylor, Tony, but Mike Bennett, he's a big slugger of his own.
Yes, he is. Like right there.
Yeah, he's a tough bald bastard, guys.
Oh. I don't know what his hair situation has to do with anything.
Listen, it rhymed. I like it.
Okay. Actually, it was alliterative, but no,
well,
I digress.
You get what I'm saying.
Needed a midsection by Roderick Strong.
What a dance!
What a dance indeed. As now, Taven and Bennett, former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the Boston Bayonet.
Holy
cover by Taven, two.
That's the type of thing you expect to see out of Shane Taylor.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised, though, Tony, but Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, and Mortos made no move to break up that pinning predicament.
Yeah, that is a great call. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, they needed to break it up. But Taven now is pulling back to the corner. He's going to get tagged out.
Here comes Shane Taylor now.
Now Shane Taylor sizing it up. Dante the splash.
Can you imagine you're Dante looking up? You cannot move when you see Shane Taylor coming down on you like that.
It's an absolute eclipse.
Headbutt into the jaw of Matt Taven.
I truly think that Shane Taylor is one of the baddest men in all of AEW Ring of Honor.
We're in the middle of this matchup here, guys, but we're 10 minutes, 30 seconds away from All Out going live on pay-per-view.
And we'll be live at the top of the hour with All Out on pay-per-view, one of the signature events on the AEW calendar. And you can join us through traditional cable and satellite providers on Bleacher Report, ppv.com, Triller TV, youtube.com, DAZN, and Dave & Buster's locations nationwide. All Out, you're not going to want to miss it. So many big matches, so much bad blood, Tony.
Nice.
And we had to hire extra security to keep the peace backstage.
That's right. We are just under 10 minutes, and once the bell rings and it's a lights-out cage match, there you see the QR code. You can scan it right now to join us on Bleacher Report. But once that bell rings and that cage is locked.
Oh, diving bulldog there from Dante Martin.
Who knows what's going to happen?
We got the lights out cage match, but I'm getting text messages from Daniel Garcia right now, guys. This guy's an absolute caged animal back there in the locker room.
Yeah, talking about the bad blood between Hangman and Swerve. Likewise, bad blood between Daniel Garcia and MJF as Darius Martin throwing some big right hands into the jaw of Shane Taylor. I'm not sure that's a game Darius wants to play, but
not at all.
He's got to keep it moving. Nicely done.
That speed is going to be Darius' greatest asset as Mortos charging in, eats a boot there from...
Man, look at Darius go here.
Glider.
Get a cover, get a cover.
And Roderick Strong went for that knee strike action, and Andretti comes in, the back elbow. Taven and Bennett, both men missing.
This top flight looking great right now.
As, while all of this is going on, Lee Moriarty trying to sneak into the... Oh, look at that. The John Woo drop kick directly into the German suplex from Darius.
Top flight getting ready to fly, I think, here, gentlemen. You can feel it. Chicago can feel it.
Well, Roderick Strong sweeps out the boot of Action Andretti.
Oh, boy.
They just got grounded.
Come on.
And there goes Taven. As Roderick Strong and Andretti fighting in front of our broadcast position.
It's a mess out here.
As,
watch out.
Comes Taven.
Taven elevates over the top rope and takes down the pile.
He's Matt Taven, and buddy, a guy that size been able to take flight.
Look at this psycho.
Oh, wait, the Beast Mortos.
They want to see it. Listen to the fans.
Here he comes.
Mortos, the tornado through the ropes, taking out the Undisputed Kingdom.
It's incredible.
Layla Gray saying Mortos is not cleared for takeoff, but
she's waving her gimmicks.
Take a breath. Okay.
We're clear for takeoff.
Since when have flight attendants landed planes? Come on, guys. What are we doing here?
Layla Gray can do it all.
Yes, she can. And right now, we're taking a look at Top Flight Action Andretti looking sensational as a trios team.
Yeah, we're bringing Shane Taylor back into the ring. You see, oh no, Taylor playing possum there. Just a quick jab into the jaw of Darius Martin. Dante, I believe, got a blind tag on Action Andretti. Oh, yep. DDT, teamwork. And the running shooting star Andretti. Two. No, Roderick Strong there to break it up. Lee Moriarty back into the mix. Darius Martin, great reach.
Out to the floor goes Moriarty.
And Mike Bennett, rolling elbow strike.
Man, he's just smoking everybody with that right forearm.
But Taven takes down Dante Martin, and now Taven gets popped up. Oh, Mortos caught him with the headbutt coming down.
Took a horn right to the face.
And Action Andretti. DDT. Mortos got spiked. Woo! And now the boot intercepted. Shane Taylor, the knee strike, and Taylor spikes Andretti down.
Boy, Shane Taylor, a lot of reserve tonight, man. He's taken the beating. He has come back each and every time. What a spear.
Yeah, the spear by Mortos. Oh, but a little inattentiveness there. Roderick Strong made the blind tag. I'm not sure Mortos actually realizes it.
Remember, Mortos and Roderick Strong have been on the team before, but a knee.
Roddy picked this spot.
The knee to the head of Mortos. The cover on Andretti. And Undisputed Kingdom steal it.
Here are your winners, Undisputed Kingdom!
And Taven, Bennett, and Strong were fighting from behind for the bulk of the match. Now, taking a victory lap.
fired up. I'm fired up. We're 5 minutes away.
5.5 minutes away from All Out on pay-per-view. Did Roderick Strong just say, did you see that hook?
He said something. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking gibberish. And look.
Well, speaking of talking gibberish, let's head to RJ City, standing by alongside Jeff Jarrett and Renee Paquette.
Big win for the Undisputed Kingdom here tonight.
Congrats, fellas.
Yeah,
Good for them.
firing everybody
Good.
up here
Excellent.
in Chicago. This is one of the best cities in all of America for professional wrestling. You can feel the energy. This crowd never lets up, and we've got a hell of a pay-per-view for you guys tonight. Matt Taven shouting at us. My goodness. All right, guys, let's talk about how you guys can watch this pay-per-view. RJ, how are we watching?
If you are in the United States, you can watch this on YouTube, DAZN, Bleacher Report, Triller TV, PPV.com, in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers, and all Dave & Buster's P Now.
You better not forget Dave & Buster's.
And internationally, you guys can watch at YouTube, PPV.com, and Triller. I have been given some pertinent information that kicking off All Out, MJF versus Daniel Garcia. We are starting hot here tonight. What are you expecting tonight for this match?
I just saw MJF pacing all the stats, the longest reign, beat the most world champions. He's 6-1 this year. He won in Mexico. He won in London. But throw all the statistics out the window. My man, Danny Garcia's got the emotion and will get the W.
I'm really feeling it too. I feel like tonight is a night for Garcia. You don't look so hopeful about that.
You guys are going to get in line as another one of the throngs of people who continue to underestimate MJF. The man's ring was stolen, his title was stolen, and he's back for revenge.
Oh, guys, that match is going to be kicking off All Out, but we've got that lights out steel cage match. Hangman Adam Page taking on Swerve Strickland, as well as the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, in action with his AEW World title against the scapegoat Jack Perry. We've got so many different titles on the line. We've got blood feuds, and Chicago is ready for the fight. It is going to be personal here tonight. Any final words?
Yes, pray.
Pray.
Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, does pay-per-view wrestling like AEW, where the best wrestle.
That's right, and it's all starting right now for All Out.
There are times when the greatest rise
All Elite Wrestling's biggest event of the year. It's a great Wembley moment.
creates the most devastating fall.
You have woken up something in me that has been dormant for far too long.
Why? What's to be gained? That son of a bitch is no good. Daniel Garcia, I am going to end your life.